Hello everyone and welcome. In this video we are answering the question, when is the best time to shift gears for the best fuel economy? And I'm super excited about this video because I performed a really cool test and the results from that test are super interesting. So I'm excited to share that with you guys, and we're going to get into when the best time to shift gears is. Now, I am driving a manual transmission. Of course, in a manual transmission you are forced to choose when to shift gears, though this video pretty much applies to any style transmission. And the very basic general answer to the question, when is the best time to shift gears, really is as early as possible. And we're going to get into more of what that means. And usually I don't like just giving these general rules of as early as possible. But in this case, it really does apply to most scenarios. And there's a couple of reasons for that. So first, let's talk about what efficiency means. So I'm driving right now, and the vehicle has to overcome certain resistive forces. So there's air resistance, there's rolling resistance from the tires, there's mechanical resistance from the drivetrain, and then of course, because I'm driving uphill, I've got to fight against gravity. So the engine is trying to produce power to overcome these resistive forces, and it has to produce a certain amount of power using a certain amount of fuel. Now, the amount of fuel required in order to overcome these resistive forces is going to give us our efficiency. So a way of thinking about this is how much fuel is required in order to make the amount of power we need in order to keep the car moving. And so this is the concept of brake-specific fuel consumption. How much fuel do you need to create a specific amount of power? And depending on where your throttle is, depending on where the engine RPM is, you're going to have different efficiency ranges where the engine produces the same amount of power with more or less fuel. And this can teach us about when to shift. So if you look at a graph of brake-specific fuel consumption, on one axis you've got engine load. That's basically how much throttle are you giving it, how much torque is it producing, how hard is that engine working, and then on the bottom you have RPM. And so what you'll notice is that at a high load, low RPM scenario, you've basically got this topographical map style plot where in that high load, low RPM, you're going to have high efficiency, and then as you start to increase the RPM or decrease the load, you lose efficiency. You have to use more fuel to produce the same amount of power. So this plot really tells us two things. As you increase in RPM, you lose efficiency, and as you decrease in load, you lose efficiency. So those are the things that basically you're trying to optimize as you're accelerating through the different gears. And so what this tells us is it's more beneficial to accelerate in a higher gear using a lower gear ratio, meaning your engine RPM will be lower and your engine load will be higher, versus using a lower gear with a higher gear ratio, which means your engine RPM would be higher, your engine load would be lower, and as a result you would get worse fuel economy. Now here's where I want to get into my test, because I'm going to demonstrate what I just explained to you and show that it's actually true using this demonstration. And so what I did was I took the same strip of road and I drove down it at about 60 miles per hour, and I drove down it in second gear, third gear, fourth gear, and fifth gear. And so at 60 miles per hour in all these different gears, of course in the lower gears it's going to have a lower load, higher RPM, and then in the higher gears it's going to have a higher load and a lower RPM, and this is going to show us the difference between these in what fuel economy we're going to get. Okay, so here's the demonstration. You can see we've got all four runs, and these are all played simultaneously. Now none of these videos are altered. This is in real time, and each clip is played in real time. So all of them are going down the exact same strip of road. There was no wind when this was filmed, and you can see they're all traveling at about the exact same speed. And so we're measuring load, we're measuring fuel economy, and we're measuring RPM. And you can see that as you go up in gear, up to fifth gear, your fuel economy remains pretty much the best, and then it decreases as you go down to second gear, while engine load increases as you go from second gear up to fifth gear. Now, a little bit of an error seemed to occur with second gear. It wasn't always reading the load, or it was just too low for it to read. But overall, you can see the trend of load increasing as you get up to fifth gear. And then, of course, engine RPM is highest in second gear and lowest in fifth gear. So a really cool test that shows exactly what I was talking about with regards to brake-specific fuel consumption, where your efficiency will be greatest when you're at higher loads at lower RPM. Okay, so that was really neat, and what we saw was that the range of fuel economy was the worst for second gear, just 14 miles per gallon up to 18 miles per gallon, versus fifth gear, which had a much better range of fuel economy with a minimum at 34.5 miles per gallon. So when you're accelerating and you're shifting through the gears, of course the engine is going to be at a higher load because you're trying to accelerate. And so what this information shows us is that it's better to be at a lower RPM and accelerating with that high load than it is to be at a higher RPM and accelerating with that high load, and thus you're going to get better fuel economy by doing so. Now, one thing I want to make sure is very clear is that brake-specific fuel consumption and fuel economy are two very different things. Brake-specific fuel consumption is how much fuel is required to make a certain amount of power. Fuel economy is how much fuel is required to go a certain distance. You can still get bad fuel economy with a good brake-specific fuel consumption. For example, let's say you're driving at 100 miles per hour and your engine's at a very high load, very low RPM. It's in a really happy spot. Well, you're traveling at 100 miles per hour, so the wind resistance is going to be very high, a lot of power is going to be required, and as a result, your fuel economy will be bad even though your brake-specific fuel consumption is good. So it's important to know that there is a differentiation, but also that you will get the best fuel economy when you're accelerating if you do so in a smart manner using regions of your engine that have an efficient brake-specific fuel consumption. Now, of course, there are some disclaimers that go along with this. So am I saying you should always be in fifth gear at 20 miles per hour, accelerating as hard as you can at 1,000 RPM? No, that's not what I'm saying. And in fact, there are dangerous regions where you don't want to be flooring it, especially at these lower RPM, because it will cause LSPI, low speed pre-ignition, more common with turbocharged engines. I've got a video explaining all about what is LSPI if you care to check that out. But know that at very low RPM, if you floor it, it's not a region where your engine is super happy. It lugs the engine, it's trying to work really hard, but it can't. It's not got enough RPM to it, and so as a result, it lugs the engine and it can cause problems. So what I recommend, and generally what I do, is if I'm accelerating, I'm going to make sure that my engine RPM is above about 1,500 RPM. And this is in a 4-cylinder engine. Most 4-cylinder engines, it'd be around a similar number. If it's a larger engine, you can probably get away with a bit lower RPM. But really, if your goal is to accelerate, if your goal is to accelerate as quickly as possible, you want to use those lower gears, you want to use the higher RPM. It's where your engine's going to be happy to do it. It won't do it as efficiently, but it won't struggle at doing so. So if your goal is acceleration, then you want to accelerate using those higher RPM. If your goal is efficiency, then you're going to accelerate a bit more slowly, but using a higher load in higher gears, meaning that your engine is at a lower RPM, and so it's at a better brake-specific fuel consumption for the condition, for the speed, and as a result, you'll get better fuel economy. So as an example of when I'm attempting to drive efficiently, generally I'm keeping the RPM between about 1,500 and 3,000, and then I'm switching gears as I get closer to 3,000 and keeping that RPM between 1,500 and 3,000 to keep it in that efficient range where you're going to get good fuel economy while you're accelerating. Now, why is it that better brake-specific fuel consumption occurs at high load, low RPM? Well, two reasons really. First of all, you're going to have, of course, less frictional losses when your engine is spinning at a lower RPM. But more importantly, with a higher load, your pumping losses, because your throttle is open more, your piston doesn't have to work as hard to pull air in, and so as a result, you have less pumping losses and your engine operates more efficiently. So thank you all so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, of course, feel free to leave them below. And also, if you're interested, I have a separate video explaining when is the best time to shift gears if your goal is acceleration. So if you'd like to check that out, please go ahead. Thanks.